Here we go. I'm going to break down now the grade 6 Trinity College London drum kit rudimental exercise. This is bars 1 to 4, which is just a gradual crescendo starting soft and not really getting too much louder, but it's all built on a double paradiddle, and it's between the hi-hat and the ride cymbal with a little bit of bass drum. Now I'm going to take it very slow to start with, so it's like this. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and So that's it, very, very slow. This is the actual tempo. So say 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So it's just quite important to get those accents on the left hand. The second half of the paradiddle, the left side, there's an accent on the left hand, then on the right hand on the ride cymbal before the two lefts. So we then, on the next line, bar 5, 5 and 6, it's basically the same pattern, but we're now going to take the left hand onto the snare drum. I'm going to involve a little tom at the end of it. So again, very slowly, this is bar 5 and 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and oh, sorry. There's a hi-hat. Notice the hi-hat comes in on the left foot on beat 3. So we've got a 1. Then yeah, so it's that pattern again at speed. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads straight into the next bar where we're going into straight 8th notes and 16th notes with an inverted flam tap. Now the inverted flam tap has a grace note with the left hand, followed by a right, left, and then the opposite. So if you do it on 2 different surfaces, this is what it sounds like. As opposed to which is your regular flam tap. So it's an inverted flam tap, and then into just double strokes. Then doubles, right, left, left, right, left, left. So remember that triplet has to be right, left, left, right, left, left. Okay, I'll do that slowly. So we've got a right, left, left, right, left, left. And again. Okay, if we put those 4 together, at i.e. bar 5 through to bar 9, end of bar 9, goes together like this. So those 4 bars kind of work together as a 4-bar phrase anyway. But on the second time, we don't go into the double strokes, we go into the second time bar. And here we encounter the flammer Q split around, firstly on the snare drum, between the bass drum and the snare drum, and then we move it around the drum. So bars number 8 and 9, although it gets a bit confusing with the first and second time endings. Anyway, this is line 4, first 2 bars of line 4. It's a flammer Q, which is this. We've got to have the grace note followed by an accent, but with the same hand. This time we have a bass drum into the mix, so you get this pattern. It's a 3-beat sequence, and then we've got a beats rest, and then the opposing side, the opposite side, goes like this. So we've got a flam on the small tom-tom with the main beat on the snare, but don't accent that one. We want the accent to come onto the second tom-tom like this. Yeah. Then the bass, and the last flam is floor tom to snare. So if we put those 2 bars together like this, then so Okay, now the next bit's probably the trickiest bit of the whole thing, and this is using flam taps again. With it's a 3-beat sequence, and it goes into 3/4 if you notice, for just 4 bars rather. We'll go in 3/4. So the flam tap sequence, which is the end of line 4 into the first bar of line 5, goes like this. The first flam tap is just on the snare drum, and then the second will have a bass drum in between, and then the second flam tap is right grace note on the snare, and the left hand goes from small tom to snare. That's the first bar, and the second bar, the left hand goes to the second tom and plays the grace note against the snare drum on the snare drum, the main beat on the snare drum. So then a bass drum, and then we have a flam with the right hand grace note and the left hand secondary beat. So it goes like this. That's the 3 notes, and it's in 3/4. So put together, it's like this. This is the 2 bars together. Oh, sorry. We'll try that again. This is the 2 bars put together. So we've got yep, and then the second and third bar of line 5 is just going into flam accents, which are just so alternating flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, and then into again a right left left right left left, and at that point we have a DS back up to the start of line 2, and it says on the DS that we just go straight through into the first time bar and then take the coda straight away. So we'll do line 5 bars 2 and 3, which is the flam accent section. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So remember that 4 bars is all in 3/4, and then when we do the DS, it goes back to 4/4. And we're back to the original groove. And then line 2, 4, 6, line 7 goes into double strokes like this. That's line 7, first bar, and the second bar has a paradiddle. Sorry, there's only a bass drum on the first beat on that one. Then single strokes. So it's paradiddle, paradiddle, single, 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 single. Yeah, so put those 2 together, you've got double, double, paradiddle, paradiddle, single, 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 double, double, paradiddle, paradiddle, single, and that takes you back into the end figure is just the first bar of the groove, and then into a flam accent, and it's double F, so you can play that as loud as you like. And break the mic if you like. Anyway, here we go with the last 4 bars at the proper tempo. 1, 2, ready, and. There you go. Hopefully that will help you deal with the rudimental exercise number 3.